Let's see how our audio sounds today. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Getting started here. Check. Thanks for your patience, everyone. That sounds good. All right, so we're going to continue with the testing that we did last time. We did some more this morning down at Swing Speed. Hey, Sycamore's here. Still too much snow to go outside, definitely. Yep, we still haven't seen the ground yet. But we will soon. It's going to be March this weekend, guys, which is crazy. Crazy to think about. All right. Try to keep all this hair out of my face. We have, I think, narrowed it down to these two different options, guys. The SKX from Seymour. And this is the Lab DF3i from Lab Golf with the new firmer, faster insert in the face. So couple different options and choices that we're going to be testing here. These are both zero torque models, but a couple key differences. This Lab one has the 3-degree press pistol grip in it, which I do like quite a bit. Just sets a nice angle without having to really manipulate the putter all that much. This one does not have that style of grip on it. However, it does have this very cool rifle scope technology, they call it. So when you set the putter down, if you set it down open or closed, you'll see that red dot. And so you know when that red dot disappears that face is square to where you want to hit the putt. So some small differences. Obviously the head shapes are different. I think I honestly prefer the SKX from an aesthetic perspective. Not to mention this hosel insert's much closer to the club face than on the DF3. But at the same time, the DF3 is just such a smooth roll. The putter just wants to kind of swing itself. So there's a reason why these are extremely popular among guys who are playing for a living. So enough yammering out of me. Let's start hitting some putts. Sycamore, thank you again for your very kind donation the other day. That was super cool of you. Just like that, guys. I will share also, as much as my eye and visually, I love the heel shafted, the Oz.1i, the pink one that you guys saw on the channel. It just did not, it doesn't feel as stable and as smooth as I would want it to. So in an effort to continue narrowing our choices, at least to start the season, guys. I mean, anything could happen. Who knows where we'll be come July, but it's nice to be able to do some of this work in the off season, do some testing. I'm going to have a longer video coming out on the channel pretty soon. I filmed this morning where I hit 50 putts with each of the 3 models, recorded the results, and then talked about the different putters. So If you guys like club reviews and putter reviews, that will be coming out soon. Pretty solid start here. Like I said, guys, it just feels like it wants to swing itself. And when I have this well-stroke mat down, what I'm really hoping to see is this white line tracing over this orange arc line, both on the way back and on the way through. Hey, Golf Bug is here. What's up, Golf Bug? Thanks for saying hi. Hope you're having a good Friday. The Seymour version is obviously much nicer to look at, guys. But we're obviously going to have to do some outdoor testing, do some lag putting, see if there are material differences in the performance. Hey, Jamin is here. What's up, my dude? Digging the fit. Thanks so much, Jamin. You know we're rocking the Skull and Bogeys. This is a new early look at the Cinco de Mayo drop from Skull and Bogeys. They've got this pretty sweet sugar skull design. That's going to be coming soon.
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
I'm so sad that I was walking around with my Skull and Bogeys hoodie on, but I didn't realize I had mustard. Or maybe
That's hilarious.
that was pretty sad.
Hey, Isaac's here. What's up, Isaac? Thanks so much. Yeah. This, that's one of my favorite pieces. But I hung it up because I was wearing it all the time and I was... Oh, first miss of the day. That's okay. Caliente indeed. Hope you're doing well, Isaac. It's been nice to get back into a regular rhythm with the streams. I think 3 times a week is a nice, sustainable level where we can have room for, you know, additional streams when cool stuff is happening, but 3 times a week at the same time, I think will be an awesome way to keep the community engaged. And look at that, guys, rolling the rock nicely. iMag is right, my dude. Baby shark, do 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 do. I am a big fan of this new insert. You guys have seen me hit lots and lots of putts, both, you know, here and on the golf course with the original DF3. And one of my only criticisms of it was that the face sometimes felt a little soft, a little mushy. And they've really solved that with this new insert, guys. You can see the difference. This is all just one piece, whereas this new DF3i has the insert. Isaac says he subscribed. Amazing. Thank you so much, my friend. That is super cool. Guys, if you're new to the channel and you want to hit that subscribe button, it really does help me out. We are on our way to 8,000 subscribers, which is so cool. Especially considering it's only been, what, 13 months, Jamin? Since we got started? Yeah, January of last year. Posted our first videos on the channel. Just goes to show you guys, if you work hard, if you don't give up, you can achieve big things. I went from having 0 subscribers or followers to now, you know, between Instagram and YouTube, we're over 30,000 combined. Got a couple cool brand ambassadorships, you know, for the Skull and Bogeys gear. And I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to be soon announcing another ambassadorship or, partnership with Seagrass Supply. They make these cool shoes I'm wearing. They also make this version, which is super attractive. And the cool thing about these shoes, guys, is they are all ultra sustainable. They're made from either organic leather or recycled ocean plastic, which I think is super cool. Are you putting through metal balls? Yes, so this is a Pels tutor. Great question, Golf Bug. This is just a plastic tray that creates a gate with these ball bearings. And as you can see, it's a scalable drill, so you can make it easier if you're just getting started. I keep it on this most narrow setting since I've hit thousands and thousands of putts on here. It's also very dirty. That's okay. And this is a nice portable way to create a gate. You can bring this to the golf course. Jamin says he's going to need the discount code on the shoes. I got you, my dude. It's a very new, small brand, Seagrass, but that's exactly the kind of partnership that I'm looking to do and the kinds of companies that I'm looking to support, ones who are not just out there to make a profit. You know, Ben, who I've gotten to know, is the founder of that company, and he worked in footwear for 20 years and said, you know what, I can do this better. I can use more recycled materials. I can actually invest in, insoles and things that are going to create a functional, high quality product. How close does the ball come to the gate? Great question. USA needs more people like you. I appreciate that, Isaac. Do you live in Colorado? I don't. I live in New England. We're still swamped with snow. How close does the ball come to the gate? Pretty close. On this most narrow setting, there's maybe like a couple millimeters on each side. So it does force you to be pretty accurate with your, where you start the ball. I was reading a study that suggested that upwards of 90% of where the ball starts is simply because of, missed just like that, where the face is pointed at impact, guys. So your path can be all over the place. You can be, underneath it, over the top, all kinds of different things. But you do need to deliver the face squarely at impact for that ball to start where you want. All right, let's hit some with the SKX from Seymour. See if we notice any big changes. They feel pretty similar off the face. If I do end up going with this one, I will likely put a bigger grip on it. Hey, Sam Lothers here. The OG putting live streamer. What's up, my man, Sam? I do think this kind of, standard size pistol grip isn't my favorite, but boy, does this putter just want to swing itself and come back to square. You got to get a Grass League draft tryout partner for next year. I will have to look into that. Boom. That's why my dad slices his putts and makes everything. Yeah, I mean, like John Daly used to talk about slicing his putts, and he did okay in his career. Oh, tiny bit of closed face and impact on that one. How long have you been left-hand low? Great question, Golf Bug. I've gone back and forth for years and years. I've been, I would say, consistently committed to left-hand low for like the last, I don't know, 10 months. Like last summer is when I switched back. But I used left-hand low when I played in college for a long time. If anything, I've switched between, you know, a pretty traditional like reverse overlap grip, like a Tiger or, you know, John Rahm would putt with, or left-hand low. And the reason why I feel quite committed to left-hand low is it really levels out my shoulders. So when I putt with a traditional grip, I kind of feel like I'm almost like I'm hitting a driver, like this shoulder is up higher. When I putt left-hand low, it feels much more stable this way. That helps me hit the center of the putter more frequently, which helps with speed control and start line, all that good stuff. Finally, we switched to left-hand low, and I ain't going back. I love to hear it, Jamin. That's why you got that blue moderator next to your name. Boom. Just like that. What's your favorite club to use? Great question. I would say either driver or 60 degree. I use my 60 all the time. It's pretty much the only club I use around the green and inside of like, you know, 60 yards. That wasn't a very good stroke. Clean setup boss has a bit more character than my empty room. You know, Sam, I think that might be an advantage you have. I've gone back and watched a bunch of your streams because some of your streams did crazy numbers, dude, especially last year. You know, hundreds of thousands of views on some of those, and I was like, maybe the empty room is the move. But something about my ADHD brain, I just need to have all kinds of stuff. You know, my Legos and my books, and got all these old driver heads. This is a SLDR driver head. This is the stealth driver that I cracked. You can see this, definitely non-functional. That is not meant to be unattached like that. So there I go. I'm like, don't get distracted because you have ADHD, and there I go. Doing it anyway. Your voice and cadence would be fire for broadcasting. You know, I've never considered it or thought about it or had someone say that to me, but I do appreciate it. I will also share, I do much better when it's live. I've recorded some podcasts and stuff recently as my channels have continued to grow, and when it's not live, when it's just you on a recording talking to somebody, I find it much more difficult to be articulate and not stumble over my words. I don't know what it is about the live stream format, but I have become a big fan of it since I started making content. And I mean, there's what, like 60 of you guys in here? I can remember when I first started, it'd be like me and maybe one or two other people. And I was just talking to myself, hitting putts in my office or, you know, at the driving range. And that's how it starts, guys. 1 turns into 2, 2 turns into 4, and then you're off and running. It's just about consistency, you know? And that's where I think for the last couple months I did not the best job of being consistent in doing these live streams and creating the kind of community that we're building here together. So I'm trying to do a better job of that because it's all thanks to you guys. I mean, without your support, there's, like I said, it would just be me talking to myself into the void. So to be coming up on 8,000 subscribers here, almost 24,000 on Instagram now, it's just so cool. I'm so grateful. You know, every single day when somebody hits that subscribe button, it's helping me change my life. which is crazy. It wasn't that long ago, guys. I was sitting at a desk 60, 70, 80 hours a week, just completely miserable, thinking that if I just made enough money, if I made a little more money, I would be happy. And I ultimately learned it just doesn't work that way. That is not a thing that can bring you happiness. And my income last year was down, I don't know, 80% from what it used to be. And despite the fact that I had a pretty tough year, you know, with loss and grief and depression, a whole bunch of stuff, I was still overall, I think, so much happier than when I was sitting at that desk trying to make money for other people. Hello, superstar. You want to be a superstar? Hi. Hi, you. You want to say hi to the people? You gonna wag your tail? This is Miss Lily. Say hi, Miss Lily. Look at you. Look at you. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's just, I don't like being left out, Dad. I want attention, too. And she doesn't care about my putting setup. Peak was 450K. Moved house in October. YouTube does updates now and again, which pushes the short form streams. I agree with Golfbug on the voice. I appreciate that. I know, it is strange, isn't it, Sam? I think day to day even, it feels like the, you know, these algorithms can change, and something that was working really well 2 weeks ago just isn't. But I try not to spend too much time thinking about it, because it can drive you a little nutty. Shirt in the back is tough. Thanks so much. Jamin, there she is, Miss Lily. Mr. Loki's around here somewhere too. Loki! Come here, Bubba. Oh. It sounds like he's very cozy at the moment. So as you can see, guys, both of these putters performing at a very high level. Sam, I've been seeing a lot more longer form content from you too. That's super cool, my dude. Oh, as soon as I start extolling the virtue of the putter, Miss Lily is back. Back for more attention. Oh, you don't care that we were putting there, do you? You don't care. You don't care. Hi. Hi, you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Look at that tail. You got the happy girl tail. Oh, you're gonna, oh, under attack. Under attack. Hi. Look at you. You wanna dance? You wanna dance? Hi. Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Go get your brother. Loki. Nope, and they're off again. Ah. Well said, Ben. Eric is here. What's up, Eric? Love to see it. Nope. Yeah. Trying to be a bit more consistent with the long form. I know it's hard, man. It's really hard because I don't know what your experience is like. You know, I can post the short that takes 10 to 20 minutes to edit and post that could get, you know, 100,000 views. Or you could spend like 6 hours editing a 20-minute video and it gets 55 views. And I know it is a longer term investment that you're trying to make with those longer form videos. But man, the return on your time equation is really tough. This might be the one, guys. I think Seymour might be onto something. You will get it in 9 more tries. Jackson's here. What's up, Jackson? Yes, exactly right, Golf Bug. I use the phone to stream, and then I can see what you guys are saying here on the laptop. Oh, I'm with you, Sam. You don't need to apologize at all. I appreciate you, hanging out, checking in, saying hi. I like the t-shirt. Thanks very much. That is one of my favorites. I'll be honest, I think we're talking very incrementally, maybe 5 or 10%, but this insert, it's not even an insert, this is just a milled face, but this feel off of the putter might be 5 or 10% better than the Lab DF3i. Let's try. They're both really good, don't get me wrong. It's not mushy or springy. Some of the, different putters I've tried I don't like, but well, it helps if you don't clatter it into the gate. Yeah, it might just be, I don't know, 5 or 10% better with the Seymour. I've only had 100K. Yeah, every once in a while, Sam. Yeah, like you said, though, it's really hard to know, what elements of a specific short cause it to do well or not. Which I think, there's 2 perspectives. One perspective is, well, it's frustrating. How do I know what success looks like? How do I replicate it? On the other hand, I think it's kind of freeing to just say, well, I'm going to make what I like, make content that is cool and that resonates with me, and there's a chance that it could do really well. The man doesn't miss. Thanks for being here, Golf Bug. Appreciate you. Oh, you say that, and then we immediately miss on that left side. There we go, right back on track. Also, guys, is Jamin still here? I hope Jamin's still in here. I love the mic'd up play a hole with me style, but they perform the worst. I know. It's so crazy. You try to make actual golf content, and the algorithm's like, nah. I like the, mine that do pretty well sometimes are the voiceover ones, where I'll, leave a little more room, before and after the shot to talk and say, this is the club I'm hitting, how I thought about the shot, what the wind was doing, that sort of thing, to really give a little more insight than just, here I am hitting a driver, here I am hitting an iron on the green. Hey, Paul's here, Willy Wonka's here. I hope Jamin's still here, because I want to show everybody. Guys, find yourselves a supportive community and stream chat. Jamin made and sent me these hats. He didn't have to do that. He didn't ask for any money. He just said, send me your logo. I want to make you some hats. I was like, dude, that's incredible. How cool is that? Adam's here. First time tuning in months. Just seen that miss after the message. Had to laugh. Hope all is good. All is good, Adam. I hope you're doing well. I mean, how cool is that, guys? Not to mention, it's also just like a dope hat. I would wear this all the time. I mean, what more do you need? Grady's here. What's up, Grady? Frick yeah. No. Don't forget your mic. Oh, thank you, Sam. Very important. I actually did, as you can see. Still very much an amateur YouTuber. Boom. Right back on track. Sam's got our back, guys. We love to see. How is it already March, guys? It's not March yet, but it will be very soon. You should also go for a hole-in-one this year. You know, I've never stopped trying, Paul. I came extremely close at the end of last season. I hit a pitching wedge that landed legitimately, you know, if this was the hole, guys, the pitch mark was right there. It was basically touching the lip. I mean, if it had landed an inch to the left, it would have flown right in the hole for my first career hole-in-one. But it didn't. So we're going to have to keep trying. Just let the world hear the echo in poor quality. That's hilarious, dude. This guy never misses. Oh, I do miss. I promise I miss sometimes. I sent it. There we go. Oof. Nice. Tell you what, guys. It is very encouraging to know that despite the variety of putters I've tried, all of the thousands of repetitions practicing in here with our Pels tutor has definitely paid off. I used to feel scared on the golf course when I had one of those, 3, 4, 5 foot putts, the ones that you really feel like you should make, but we all know the truth that you miss more of them than you should. And I finally, after, I don't know, almost 20 years in golf, decided I'm tired of that. I just have to figure out a way to get better. So I went down a big rabbit hole about putting strategy and, what are the actual skills you need to develop to become a better putter. Number 1, don't deliver the club face to the left at impact. Best thing I did was get an advanced putter fitting. Peace of mind knowing I'm not putting well. It's not the putter, but me being shit. I love it. That's why I recommend people get fit too. And also the same holds for clubs, right? If you haven't been fit, you can't say for sure that you have the optimal equipment. But if you've done a fitting, well, if I'm hitting it all over the place today, at least there's one thing that I can eliminate as far as variables. Man, this might be the one, guys. This might be the one. If we can find a grip we like, I might just try to get one of these press pistol grips and see if it'll work on the Seymour grip, on the Seymour putter. because this thing is special. It just wants to swing itself. It does an awesome job of starting the ball on line. Guys, thank you so much for joining the stream today. It's been nice getting back in the rhythm of some regular streams. Nice to see some familiar faces and some new faces. So if you're new and you've enjoyed hanging out, hit that subscribe button for me. It really does help me out. We are on our way to 8,000 subscribers, which is so, so cool. To have gone from 0 subscribers to now being a sponsored content creator, getting paid to make content and talk about things that are important to me, like sobriety and mental health, things that have been big parts of my journey. It's just such a dream come true. Boom. Is your alignment aid meant to be lined up inside right of the cup? Might just be the camera angle. 8K, keep it up. Good to see you. Thanks so much, Adam. It is, yes, you're exactly right, Sam. This house was built over 100 years ago. So I can tell, even just standing here, that it slopes right to left from my perspective. So this is aimed like at the, just inside the right edge of the hole. Thanks very much, Sam. I mean, you're an inspiration, dude. You're at what, 15K last I saw? That's incredible, dude. Look at us. Just a couple guys hitting putts. It only looks that way because you only have one shoe on. Imagine if I did only have one shoe on and I didn't know. You did get me to look, though, so if that was the goal, mission accomplished. Is there a break in the floor? There is a break in the floor, yes. And it is consistent too, guys. I've gone the other direction, turned all this around. And when I go this way, I have to aim it at the left edge of the hole because the floor definitely slants that direction. But like I said, when the house was built well over 100 years ago, it's hard to complain too much. Just dripping them in, guys. Happy Gilmore. Have you listened to the new U2 song? I have not. I'm pretty sure I have a slight break in my new setup too. I think it's more common than people think. You like to think that all of our, homes and roads and bridges are all perfectly straight and square and level. And they just aren't, guys. They just aren't. Boom. Thank you guys so much for all the supportive comments. Everybody who's joined the chat this afternoon. Boom. Oh, that makes sense, Sam. Yeah, if you're going to have a pool table, you can't, a little hard to be trying to hit like a precise corner pocket shot if you got to play break on the way too. It's not a bad idea though. Imagine a pool table that was like slightly not flat. You could hit some pretty cool stuff, getting the ball curving around other balls. All right, guys, let's hit 10 more. Try to go 10 for 10. Two for 2. What I like about this drill, guys, with the gate setup is you learn Made the room too small. That's funny. You learn you don't need to make a perfect stroke every time. You just need to develop the skill of starting that ball on your intended line. That's 4 in a row. Here we go. Any of the putters sponsored or just into trying new ones? So both the Seymour and the Lab putter and the other Lab putter were sent to me, guys, so I did not pay for these. But not sponsored in the sense of they're not paying me. There's no, affiliate codes or anything. But yes, in full transparency, both of these putters were sent to me by their respective manufacturers. So one of my goals is always to be as transparent as possible with you guys about that kind of stuff. I've talked about my deal with Skull and Bogeys before. We'll do the same if it ever becomes relevant with the shoes that I'm wearing. But for now, I'm mostly just helping Seagrass get their name out there. Because, the sustainability and the recycled materials, that is something I believe in. And then when I tried the shoes and I wore them and I played golf in them, I was like, man, there's really something here. These are cool shoes. The story is great. So no, disclosures or anything required there yet. But, oh, giveaways, exactly, Jamie. Yeah, there will be Seagrass giveaways for sure. So you guys will have to stay tuned to the channel. See if you can get hooked up with a cool pair of ultra sustainable golf shoes. That's all we're going to have time for today, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you check out Skull and Bogeys. Use my discount code to save 15%. And we will be back with another stream soon. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 4 p.m. Sam, send me an email. Yeah, I'd love to connect. You can definitely hop on a call and do a quick introduction. If nothing else, it'd be great to talk one-on-one. All right, guys, we will see you next time.